Hey, do you see the date? July 18th, 2025 at 7:18 in the morning. Hold on a minute. Okay. I want you to hear this shit. Okay? Do you hear this thing? It's 7:20 a.m. in the morning. There's something rumbling, like it's rumbling the house. It's making the house rumble. Yeah. You can feel it. Do you hear that? It's a very low. I get it over there, right here, right there, and in the back. I'm like inundated with this shit, people. Yeah. As these wonderful human beings are making it where I'm gonna end up there on the cement with nothing. Yeah. For all their what is it called? Some dude sitting in his vehicle there. For all their progress. Yeah, for all their fucking progress. Here's another one coming. Do you hear it? Something's coming. Probably come up this road. They like to use ravine. Yeah, here it comes, right there. Okay. Look at this. Look at this. Okay. And then these guys are beeping, because that's what they do. They've been beeping since 6:45 in the morning. I tried to ignore it. I really did. But it just got worse and worse and worse. And then what happens is, you know, I get Mr. Gill saying that, you know, because of whatever goes on with me with the tenant harassment with the city of Surrey, he says the city of Surrey has been badgering him to sell the house because they want to put immigrants in these houses until they're torn down. Right? So I guess if my landlord sells the house, you know, this guy might buy it, this guy might buy it, and both of these guys, these ones, this owner of this house and the owner of this house, they go with the maximum dollar through all those little programs that are connected to the federal government and the provincial government that brings in these immigrants to pay the over-exorbitant rent prices through the subsidies and the kickbacks that are being, you know, put forward with the housing at least seven, if not more, human beings in a small 2-bedroom bungalow up on top. Okay, you do the math on that one, and they're probably paying, oh God, I know when they moved in, that was a few years ago, they were paying $2,200 a month. Now you know they're going to be paying more than that. Where this guy, when he bought this house, he just chopped it up into 3 little dinky suites, two or three on the bottom. I think honestly, I think there's three suites on the bottom, 2 for sure, and 1 on top. But I think it's 3 on the bottom. Illegal suites, that is, and charging exorbitant amount of money for that. Yeah, as this owner and this owner are badgering my landlords to either kick me out and then they'll rent it for them and do all the, you know, right? Because they'll make more money, right? Because they are connected with the immigrants, with the city, with the, right? So when the city, you know, sell the house, sell it to this guy, sell it to this guy, right? Because, you know, get rid of Judy. Because as soon as you sell it to this person or this person, these people are going to move in immigrants and overinflate the housing rental market even more. So they have absolutely no remorse with what they do. On a I don't want to say grander scale, but yeah, basically. And then you got the Africans. Look at all those fucking cars. But we can't park ours in my driveway. It's illegal under city ordinance that all of a sudden it's illegal to have even one car in this little spot here, which is technically a driveway. Right? But yet you go from house to house to house all across the whole block and you'll see cars in people's driveways, whether they're asphalt or gravel or grass. Seriously, and multiple, like 3, 2, 5, 7 cars, 8 cars, all in front of the house. Doesn't matter. And look at these ones. Look how many they got. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just in there. And can you hear them? They don't care about the noise, but I hear their booming where I sit in my dining room on the other half, at the other end of the house, when I'm not feeling the booms from this shit. Yeah. This is a nightmare. Literally, it is a nightmare. Okay, my grandson's back at the hospital with another seizure, so we'll be right back. He's getting an x-ray. So Nana's gonna brag on about her little grandson in the x-ray room. This one, people, was important because at 10 o'clock, he wasn't whatever's going on with him right now, okay? Now, we know with the constipation, yada, 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 something's sitting there ready to come out, but it hasn't. He's passed some bit of a stool, which, with a past seizure, if he's constipated and it's coming out and it's somewhat pain, it could trigger a seizure in terms of what triggered it today, because normally he has a seizure about once a year, right? 9. Okay. Okay, so hold on. Look who's there. It's Kyrie. Yeah. Kyrie's gonna be 4 years old. Oh man, he's so smart. He got a really, really good vocabulary for his age. Yeah, that's my new walking cane. Uncle John left it for me. He knew I needed it. Yeah, so he made sure I had it. I'm gonna start. I walk with that with pride. I really do. Yeah. Yep. Yep. I'm so grateful Uncle John left that for me. Little did I know at that time that I would need it as quickly as I do.
What happened?
That's because Nana can't see that well anymore. I'm not a spring chicken anymore. But that's okay. You know, there's no guarantees in life. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's for Amari. So we don't lose him. Yeah. So, I don't know. We're kind of boiling it down to quite possibly being constipated with those lumps that get stuck. And then when his body tries to push it out, it creates a sudden sharp pain, which could very well be a catalyst for a seizure. Because I went through this 2 years ago when he came with that, when he got the 24-hour puking flu, which is a bacteria. I've talked about it on my videos, right? So, but there's no, he's not sick. He's no fever, nothing like that. No puking flu, nothing. No cold, nothing. He's fine. And even with the house hot, I was speaking to the doctor. She was saying that it's the spike in the fever from an illness that can bring on a seizure, not so much the temperature of a hot house that's, you know, because of the weather per se, right? It's when the temperature spikes really fast, right? Because of a internal illness, a virus, cold, that type of thing. Because he was fine. Like he ate. Andre gave him 2 eggs with carrots and potato juice to make, you know, right, to make the texture. And he had his bottle. And yeah, he was like, I don't know, people. Hold on. Okay. Is this recording? I think so. I got some good news. Amari gained 8 pounds. since the last time we've been here. Those frying pans, they're like working, right? Those cast iron enamel frying pans with that chicken and the turkey. And I told him I feed him chicken or turkey mainly 2 times a day on top of everything else that he gets, right? So I'm like so excited. We get to go home. Imagine that. Huh? Yeah, we do. My little camera ham. Okay, so I'm going to finish this video. Obviously, we're home now, right? I don't know, people. I got some good news, but I'm pretty depressed. The good news is Amari actually gained 8 pounds. Believe it or not. I'm kind of in disbelief because it's been such a uphill battle with his weight that when the doctor told me that he actually gained 8 pounds from the last time he had a seizure, which was what, June 10th, June 17th. It was June 17th. He had a seizure on June 17th. And then he had a seizure yesterday, which was what, July 18th. He was at the Children's Hospital on July 10th. So within 7 days from that, which wouldn't have triggered a seizure because that was pretty minor. Nothing dramatic came from that. So within a month from the last time he had a seizure, June 17th to July 18th, which is unusual because normally he has them once a year. He gained 8 pounds. So whatever Andre and I have been doing with the food, because we put 2,000% into it, people. We're the only ones, really. That do the daily grind with Amari. And like, honest to God, people don't appreciate it. They just, like, they don't, I don't know. They're so disconnected with, I don't know. So anyway, they gave him another blood test, right? And the doctor was saying that his blood is nice and clean. Clean. Because I'm like, well, you know, is he lacking any minerals, vitamins? Because, you know, I try and give him a pretty balanced diet, right? You know, I don't, you know, I think about the vitamin C, you know, I think about this, I'm not down with every vitamin and every mineral in terms of, I know exactly what I'm doing, because I don't. I didn't go to school for all this stuff, and I sure in hell didn't study for it. But in terms of nutrients, he's getting the right amount of nutrients. Because his blood was perfect, apparently. That's what he told me. It's nice and clean. He said if him and I went for blood tests, our blood would be cloudy. Whatever that's supposed to mean. It'd be yellowish. It'd be more yellow. Huh. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, okay. Now, does that have something to do with maybe not being inoculated? Think about it, people. I mean, he's only going on 8 years old, and he's got clean blood. To the point where the doctor had to point it out that it was good. So anyway, they printed me out something, and I'm like, oh, okay. Another thing to
to learn about, you know, besides calories and that kind of stuff, you know. As I'm going blinder and blinder, people that you don't even know. Oh, God. Now, if I can find a pair of glasses that would actually work, I gotta get to some place to get some glasses, but I don't know. Every day I wake up and everything's blending in more and more. It's just, I went with Uncle John's cane yesterday to the hospital. I walked with it with pride. And I'm like Uncle John, I'm going blind. He was already blind, but and my right hip is going on me. Ever since Rhea did what Rhea did, all of a sudden my hip, because, you know, I'm running around backtracking on that bitch, right? Being a contortionist, doing this, doing that, trying to figure out what the hell she robbed from me. And ever since she did that, my right hip's going on me now. Huh? Go figure. As if I don't have enough issues. And so I have to learn to navigate around that. Now, sometimes it flares up on me. Oh my God, he's moving around. He hears me talking. It's like 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, man. I just woke up. Anyway, 8 pounds. He gained 8 pounds. That's because I've been giving him meat, chicken and turkey or whatever, 2 times a day. And then if beef, like Marcane and Marina, they made beef stew. Right, so that came upstairs. So he would, you know, get beef stew with beef in it, right? Plus his chicken. That's right. Obviously, we're trying to feed him bigger portions, but, you know, we're still dealing with the constipation, so we're using the laxative. And I'm like, okay, well, you know, like, they say, well, what happened? Like, what triggered it? And I'm like, well, there's really maybe only 2 things that could have triggered it in terms of the seizure. I don't want to talk too loud. So I'm like, I didn't want to start my day. Sometimes I just want to shut down, you know, just curl up. But if I sleep for too long, you know, with that catch-up sleep, that's when I wake up and my eyes are even worse. So I'm afraid to sleep for too long, but I get so tired sometimes. And with the heat, that's all you want to do, right? Anyway, they didn't, the hospital staff didn't think it was per se, the heat in terms of body temperature rising, because we've been putting a fan on him, right, to keep him cool and stuff, eh? But maybe, you know, passing stools. Yeah, because he's, you know, we've been giving him the laxative, but we've really been giving him a lot of that meat, right? I mean, chicken and turkey are the easiest to digest, so that's why I'm using that as the #1 staple. But even still, it doesn't matter what you feed him. Sooner or later, it's going to compact and it's going to become a problem. That's just the way it is. And then, of course, once you start using the laxatives, you know, or whatever, even if you've been using them, you know, they create their own issues, and they don't necessarily dissolve everything in a timely manner. And then when, you know, the bigger chunks start to come out in terms of stools, you know, they can create a sharp pain in him because his body's pushing it out. And so I'm thinking, you know, that's what triggered the seizure. Because 2 years ago he had that seizure when he had that stomach flu that came from Tisha's house when Andre went to some birthday party. He brought it home, he got it, and then Amari got it, and that's when he was puking. And I had diarrhea, but, because he was constipated, there was that whatever, and it got stuck, and his body was, just through that whole process, that brought on a seizure. And the doctor was saying something about, just based on the last 2 episodes with the seizures, it could turn out to be a monthly thing. I'm like, what? What? I mean, it's bad enough we have to deal with it once a year. Now maybe once a month? Oh my God, people. But the doctor said sometimes it's like that. That's just the way it goes. Right. So anyway, we're going to be seeing 2 different neurologists soon. Well, what they can do, I don't know, outside of quote-unquote medication. But anyway, what's depressing about it all? This is what I'm finding right now. In the beginning of this journey that I'm having with Amari, right? Oh, my eyes are tearing up, and I can feel the salt burning my eyes because I want to cry, right? There was a social worker that was connected with me at one point, right? Because of whatever. And she was telling me that children like Amari, as they get older and age out and become an adult, right? I hope you can hear me. People just become less caring. They don't care as much as when they're little. When they're little, people are more apt to be involved and that kind of thing. But the older they get, kids like Amari, it's like me. You become disabled, you become vulnerable, and instead of people helping you and actually caring about you, they try and take advantage of you, or hurt you, or abandon you. That's a big one. Alright. Just the whole 9 yards. Well, it's the same thing with kids like Amari. The older they get, the less people begin to care about them. And then when they're adults, they don't have advocates that really are there for them with the daily grind. Yeah. So, what I'm saying is, Andre and I, we put in 2,000% looking after Amari. We really do. We're the only ones, people. Amari has a seizure yesterday. I'll give you an example. Just how funky shit can get. Amari has a seizure yesterday. It was a weird one. I thought he was choking. Honest to God, I thought he was choking. I thought he had something stuck and he couldn't breathe. Because every seizure is different. That's what we're learning. And the doctor confirmed yesterday that, yeah, for some people it's like that. You don't know what you're going to get until it comes, when it comes to a seizure, right? And you have to remember, you get traumatized each and every time. It doesn't matter, right? You gotta have that heart of steel, you know? Okay, so I'm thinking he's choking just by the way he was gasping for air and right? Making these weird little noises in his throat and all this stupid shit. And he's doing whatever, okay. And clearly he was having a seizure. And And I mean, it happened so fast. I was here. Andre fed him. It was 10 o'clock in the morning because he got up early in the morning. He bouncing around. I gave him water, whatever. By 9:30, I said, Andre, get up. You know, he medicine. Feed him. feed him. Right? You know, give him his drink. Okay, so Andre gets up. By 10 o'clock, he's getting his medicine. And he's getting 2 eggs with carrots and potato juice. And, you know, that's at least a cup there. And then, you know, he gets his drink, right? Which could it was probably prune juice. I don't know what it was, but it was something. And then, because, you know, it's been so hot, Andre was up at like 4 in the morning, and that's when I got up. And so by the time I got up at 4, he went to sleep. That's what I mean. We do double shifts, right? He does the night shift, and I do the day shift, or I do either or. Our sleeping patterns are different, so there's usually somebody awake for Amari, right? You know, I get up at 4 because I lay down at 10. Let's say I lay down at 10, fell asleep, and by 3, 4 in the morning, I'm awake, right? And Andre's either awake or he's going to sleep, depending on whether he wants to be naughty and play his game, or whether it's the Africans with their stupid music all the time, right, being noisy, because, you know, it's annoying. It keeps you awake. It wakes you up. Literally, it wakes you up. Or in this situation, it was hot, and he couldn't sleep, right? So anyway, okay, so Amari ended up waking up, I don't know, 5 or 6 or 7 or something like that, 8, I don't know, something like that. And I gave him water to start, because, you know, you want him to drink water, right? So you have to try and catch him at a time when you think he might be able to drink it, or he will drink it. I mean, if I gave him a juice, he'd have no problem drinking the juice, but... So anyway, I just gave him water, and then by 9:30, you know, he was awake, and he wasn't really doing anything, and he was quiet, and whatever, okay, playing with his little bears, and his little talking bears, and then he got fed, and then Andre went, after everything was all done, he laid back down. I mean, he wanted to go back to sleep for a while, and I'm like, okay, fine, right? In the meantime, Amari was, you know, whatever, and then he got quiet. And I'm like, okay, you went back to sleep for a while too, because that will happen, right? So I went to the bathroom. I looked at him, and, you know, I could see that he was sleeping. I'm like, okay. And then eventually I just went to the bathroom, and I wasn't even in the bathroom, people, like... 3 minutes, 4 minutes. I came out, I got to there, right, just right there, right? And I'm hearing this sound. I'm like, oh my God. Right, and Andre's been, because it's been so hot, he's been saying that his chest has been feeling heavy, right? And I'm like, oh, like he feels like he's underwater or something, and I'm like, oh. So I go to see if it's Andre making that noise, right? And it's not Andre, it was Amari. So, of course, you go into battle mode. Alright, I pick him up, and like, what the hell, are you choking on something? Like, what's, because he had just eaten, like, not even within the last 20 minutes, half an hour, or whatever it was. So what, did he puke up his food? Like, what the hell's going on? Because it sounded like he was choking, right? It even kind of looked like he was choking, and so I stuck my finger to see if I could feel anything. Nothing, right? Andre, you know, blah, blah, blah. And then I pick him up, and I go outside. I always go outside because get fresh air, and, you know, the noise and just whatever. Sometimes it helps to bring him out of his seizure, right? I go to the road this time because of the way he was acting with this seizure. I got really scared because I thought he was choking. I wasn't afraid about the seizure per se, as I was about him not being able to breathe. because of something being lodged in his throat, and I couldn't get it out by patting his back or whatever, right? You know, as a baby, you know, flipping him over and just, or whatever. Oh my God. So I'm on the road, on the curb, on the ground with Amari, holding him with a blanket. And do you know not one person came out to offer to help me? Africans playing their music, being all noisy as heck. Not one. Apparently Andre said he's seen one dude look. I said, well, why do you think they didn't come and offer to help Andre? Oh, they were probably drunk. Yeah, probably. That's what I mean. Like, one car drove by, stopped and asked if we needed help. And no, Andre said, we're okay, right? We're waiting for the ambulance. But other than that, nobody. Not a fucking soul, man. I don't know if they were being respectful or because they've seen the ambulance, like in terms of the Africans, if they've seen the ambulance at my house before and they know I've got a disabled child and it's just, I guess, business as usual, routine, you know, call the ambulance because the little boy's having a seizure. She doesn't need no help, you know, even though I'm in like, that was like, oh, like serious panic mode what I was going through because I thought he was choking to death. Okay. But before that happened, oh yeah, so the ambulance comes, and we gave him one of these things. I gave him one under the, right? Because that's all, Andre handed me two, but I had one. Anyway, underneath the chin, and that's supposed to help calm the seizure, right? So the shaking kind of slowed down a little bit, but he was still, right, you hear that? Right, which, I'm on the phone, he's choking. And his breathing was really fast. Oh my God, but, oh my God, you don't even know. Oh my God, people. Oh, little bugger, he's awake now. And, ambulance comes. They take him, they put him in, and there was a lot of people. The fire truck came. Hold on. And then we gotta listen to this bull crap all the time. So we get it all fucking night long with the neighbors and their stupid noise. Listen to this. Like, what the fuck? And if you go over there, I've been over there. I'm not putting them down, but after a while it becomes very obnoxious. If these people, they throw their fucking beer bottles in my yard, they're stupid. You go inside there, and they're like 4 people, 5, 6, 7 people. Sometimes there's more, sometimes there's less. They're running around with fucking machetes, threatening to kill each other, battling out here sometimes. Like, what the hell? And hollering and screaming. And they're just stupid, man. And then, as soon as they shut down at 6, because it's a booze can, right? That's what it is. And then after they shut down at 6 o'clock in the morning or whatever it is, the fucking big trucks come. Yeah, the cement trucks and the grinders and the dump trucks and the booming and the banging and the honking and the beeping. And, it's just terrible, man. Yeah. Good. See, they're leaving. Those ones are leaving over there. Yeah. So I'm right there out on the road, on the curb, holding Amari in a blanket, having a panic attack. Just people don't care, completely oblivious.
Andre said they were drunk. That's why they didn't come and ask to see if I was okay with Amari. 10 o'clock in the morning, fucking drunk. Yeah, okay.
Okay. Amari should be okay now. I changed him. He don't like dirty diapers. I gave him his prune juice. A little bottle. Hey, he's okay right now. So yeah, ambulance comes. Fire department showed up. Police were there. Everybody was out there. I just say take him, right? So, and his seizure mode was starting to slow down a little bit, not a lot, but it wasn't as bad, right? And then they gave him a different kind of medicine to whatever. Just a bloody bag of nerves, man. I should have checked on Amari before I sat down. Anyway, I think I can hear him. I hear him sucking on this bottle. Anyway. And, they like to just go, right? They don't want you running back in the house and grabbing your shoes, and you have to remember I'm barefoot out there, right? It just is as I am, right? And they don't like you coming back in the house and grabbing your shoes, and if he pukes, you got puke all over yourself, so they don't want you to change. They just want to go, right? So sometimes they won't let me come, right? Because they just want to go. Other times okay, hurry, just get your get your shoes, get your purse or what. You just let's go. Whatever. So I just told Andre, just phone Tisha and tell her to go to the hospital, right? Because I wasn't gonna go this time, right? Because they just wanted to go, and I'm standing there barefoot on the ground, and Andre's running around looking for my wallet to, for ID, for Amari, and whatever. So they take him. Okay, I'm okay with that. I trust them. Sometimes I go, sometimes I don't. It depends, right? I didn't go yesterday because they just wanted to go, and I didn't plead with them to let me go back in and get my shoes and everything. I just, I'll have my daughter meet you at the hospital. My daughter will go to the hospital first. So I phone up Tisha. I tell Andre to phone Tisha, right? And tell her to go to the hospital, right? She ends up phoning me, and she just starts ragging on me. You're the worst grandmother in the world. Why didn't you go with Amari? You should have went with Amari. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, it's Tisha, they don't, sometimes these guys, they're not going to wait for you. They don't wait for you. They just want to go, right? It's what you think. Oh, well, and blah, blah, blah. And when the social workers at the hospital come and talk to me, I'm just going to let them know that, you're a lousy grandmother, blah, blah. And I'm like, shut the fuck up, man. You starting up on that stupid bandwagon again? I'm telling you, people, don't fucking talk to me, man. Where are you? Yeah, you take Amari to appointment here, appointment there. Or you show up at the hospital when he has a seizure. But other than that, it's Andre and I that do the fucking daily grind here. You seen the ghosts in my freaking dining room area. It's in my living room, in my fucking hall when I'm hanging up all this shit. Because we're washing, because I don't have access to a proper laundry room, right? You know what I'm saying? It's stupid, man. It's freaking stupid. Cooking all the time, and nobody's helping me with anything. They're just scattering my shit around and holding it hostage against me. My landlord's putting me into the fucking hole because I'm paying out that $300 a month to them for something that I didn't even get a receipt for. People, they haven't even given me a receipt for what that shit happened in freaking January, for crying out loud. Why? But I'm paying $300 a month. I'm in the fucking hole. I was already in the hole. That was the little bit of money I had to play a little catch up with something. Now I'm like $500 a month every month in fucking overdraft. And for what? I don't even have a receipt. I don't have nothing to do anything out in the yard for repair of this or fix that or do that. Like, fuck, it's stupid. And I can't go downstairs into the basement and do things when I need to do it because it's a big inconvenience for you-know-who. And so everything's just on fucking lockdown, nothing moving, right? And then nobody wants to help me. They know I'm struggling with my eyes. They know I'm not feeling as strong as I used to be, right? And they just, like, I don't know. Like, like, people are just, I don't know what is wrong with people, but I'm like, whatever. When I got to I said, fuck you then, I'll just call a taxi. It wasn't like I wasn't going to go, but it's not like she hasn't done that before. Just go, right, and go to the hospital and meet the ambulance or show up soon after it fucking came by or whatever, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, when I got there, she was there. And then she acted like she didn't say that to me. Played it off like it was nothing. Because he was already coming out of his freaking seizure. By the time I got there, he was already coming out of it. We weren't in the hospital no more than 2 or 3 hours. 3 hours. We were only there for 3 hours. They did a blood test, a chest x-ray because of that gurgling shit that was going on. They wanted to make sure nothing went into his lungs. But he hadn't even puked, so I don't know what. I was concerned about something being stuck in his throat. But besides that point, and I ended up watching her kids till 9:30. After she accused me of being the worst grandmother in the year because I didn't go into the ambulance with Amari to the hospital. Yeah. Not that they want me there. If they want me, they say come. If they don't want me, they say we have to go. We're leaving. And I'm like, well, let me get my jacket. No, you can't. Let's go. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I show up with puke all over me. It's like stupid. It's a hit and miss. You don't know. You don't know anymore what you're going to get with the seizures as to what type of seizure you're going to get. And you don't know what type of paramedic personnel you're going to get when in terms of will they wait for 5 minutes for you to gather up your shit, or are they going to leave your ass in the grass, right? Because it's a hit and miss. And Tisha wants to hold that against me and make me feel like fucking shit when it's Andre and I that are like giving up our lives for Amari. Basically, that's what we do every day, back to back to back to back to back. Well, people sit up there and fucking want to criticize this and criticize that, but yet they're not doing nothing. Even my son didn't even phone up and ask if Amari was okay when we got home. He just assumed, oh, they're home. Oh, they're fine. Huh, yeah, easy for you to say. Easy for you to fucking say. I want to go downstairs and do some shit, but I have to beg. Like, what the fuck? I have to book an appointment. Yeah, okay. And if I'm real tired at my appointment time and I can't do it, then all of a sudden there's something wrong because I didn't fucking say I was going to do what I was going to do, even though I'm exhausted from doing everything else that I do by myself without anybody helping outside of Andre. Like, seriously. And who do you think does the brunt? Me. As I'm going blinder and blinder. Yeah. But the blood test is coming out perfect. That's what the doctor said. Perfect. His blood is clean. he's getting all the nutrients that he needs in the right amount, even though I'm not an expert on that. And I don't know how to read blood tests, but I said, well, I guess I'll have to try and figure out some of it in terms of, I don't know. It's enough I'm trying to learn about freaking calories, for crying out loud. And that kind of crap. Can't fucking see. Like it's stupid. The world is a very abusive place. And people are very selfish, self-centered, and I don't know. There's something wrong with them. Yeah. Yeah, nothing works when it comes to these glasses. So anyway, and he gained 8 pounds. And every day, Andre and I, what are we gonna feed him? What are we gonna feed him? Every day. Yeah. And as fast as I make it, he eats it. Departure package. I didn't sign it. I don't know what this is. Oh, they give you information as to who the caregiver was for the day. I don't know. And then I can't see it, people. It's blood test results. The doctor said his blood is clean. And better than ours in terms of being, you know, I guess older. No. You hear him playing with his little bear now, right? What time is it? Oh, man. I'm ready to go back to sleep. That's where I have to be careful. Yeah. I regret sleeping sometimes. It's 4:45 in the morning. Anyway, so I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna find a binder. I'm gonna put it in a binder, and I don't know. Because they always ask questions. This question, that question. So, if you had 100 arms to do 100 things in a day, you'd get so much done. But in the real world, it's not that simple. Especially when you've got so many negative things against you. Working against you, not working with you, not working not help, you know, just against you. And I don't know. I just felt yesterday was just, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what is wrong with people, including my own kids. You know. I don't know. Anyway, live your life. Do the best you can. Right? And, yeah.
Okay, so I guess I'm not finished this video yet. Well, that didn't take long. A day and a bit. So I guess my channel has been approved for the YouTube Partner Program. What does that mean? Well, I don't know. I'm not very good at this kind of stuff, but that's okay. We'll work through it, right? So, let's see. All right. Well, now that we've gotten that far with that, okay. I'm gonna. All right. Let's see. Welcome to the YouTube Partner Program. Congratulations. Your dedication has paid off. Okay. Well, you can say that about Amari with his gaining 8 pounds and having clean blood. Okay. So, it comes in threes. Good news. Amari's got nice, healthy blood, nice and clean. He gained 8 pounds, which everybody's happy with. And YouTube approved my channel to be monetized, to which we'll just have to wait and see what happens with that, right? Okay. And you're now among a prestigious community of creators building their voices and businesses on YouTube. All right, it says turn on your benefits. In a minute. Let's see. What does this mean? This means you can start earning money from your content through ads, YouTube Premium, channel membership, Super Chat, Super Stickers, Super Thanks, and YouTube Shopping. What to do next? Well, first, celebrate. I feel like crying, people. I'm so stressed out. You don't even know. Like, the tears, like, I don't know. Like, they keep burning my eyes, coming to the surface, and I just can't release them. But besides that point, celebrate and share with your fans on your channel and other socials with YouTube Partner Program. Then head to the YouTube Studio to turn on your earning features. Oh, I hear that little bugger doing something. Hold on a minute. I have to check on him, people. You know that. He was half hanging off the couch. He flipped himself around, so he's back to his old Amari self, being the Houdini baby that he is. He was half hanging off the couch. I guess he grabbed himself an old bottle that he found down there, and he's sucking on it. Like, geez, crumb, right? Come on. Anyway, I flipped him around back to where he was, but you know he's going to flip himself back to where he was before I flipped him around. I mean, that's all we do all day is flip him around. And as fast as we flip him, Andre said, oh, my Nana, he's getting so fast. He said, I put him, where we normally put him, and I wasn't even gone for a half a second. Well, 30 seconds. He said, I came back. He was on the other side of the couch. I said, I know, Andre. All right. Okay. Well, first, celebrate. We already talked about that program. Then head to the YouTube Studio to turn on your earning features. Watch the video below to get helpful tips to start earning. All right. Well, that will be just I don't know what's going to come from that, but we'll see. I'm not getting a lot of views, so I'm not too worried about it at this point. We can't wait to see how you grow your channel community
and engage with your fans. Yeah, okay. Welcome to YPP family, the YouTube team. Turn on. Okay. They have a video here. Let's watch the video.
Welcome to the YouTube Partner Program. The Earn page in YouTube Studio will be your central dashboard for activating and managing earning features on YouTube. The goal of the YouTube Partner Program is to help creators build vibrant and diversified businesses with their channels while also benefiting their community of fans. So here's a breakdown of the different ways you can earn money on YouTube. Advertising revenue, which lets you earn money from watch page ads and shorts feeds ads. YouTube Premium Revenue, where you earn a portion of the premium subscription fee from your viewers who are YouTube Premium members. Channel memberships, which lets you offer exclusive perks and content to viewers who join your channel as a monthly paying member. Super Thanks, where your fans pay to get their message highlighted in the comment section of your videos and shorts. Super Chat and Super Stickers, which lets fans pay to get their messages or animated images highlighted.
See, that's where I don't do a lot of live streams, right? But I guess we're gonna have to, or something like that. I don't know. Let Audrey help me figure it out. I don't even know. I'm still in shock from yesterday. Yeah, that gurgling sound, whatever was going on with Amari, just put me for a loop. And then to be insulted yet by my daughter because I didn't get into an ambulance and I asked her to go to the hospital. She just doesn't get it. Yeah, I'm so tired. But I can't go to sleep. Hold on a minute. Okay, so I clicked on, I guess, to activate things here. I'm not sure what I qualify or not. It looks like a fair amount of stuff. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click yes, 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 yes. We'll go through it. The video is a little longer than I expected because I didn't expect this. They said it will be a month before I get an answer, not a day. So, okay, so anyway, now that it's here, and I'm looking at this, and on this side it says getting paid, not ready for payment, because you have to have a threshold of, I think, at least $100 before they can forward you money. So I don't have to worry about that at this point. What can I set up? No, when can I set up payment? It says we will notify you when you are ready to complete payment setup, including confirm your personal information, submit tax information, and provide a form of payment. So hopefully I'll be able to go through that with no problems. And like, as things progress, I will just deal with those issues as they come up, because I'm on social services, right? So I am allowed to make a little bit of money because of, well, I'm on social services with like welfare, right? With persons with multiple barriers, but technically I should be on long-term disability because of this. So I am going to go see my quote-unquote family doctor soon to fill out that form again and have it submitted to see if I get approved for long-term disability, which would change the threshold of being able to make money to a maximum dollar amount before it's taken off of my quote-unquote welfare check. But because I'm turning 65 in another year and a bit, year and a half or so, I guess whatever disabilities I receive from a government perspective would become federal. I don't know. I ain't gonna worry about any of that because I take this with a grain of salt. I really do. But you know what? If it helps to provide an income for Amari and Andre after I'm gone, because, right? Then everything that I've done all these years on YouTube wasn't in vain. Okay? Especially with the cost of living the way that things are in the world, right? And who knows, maybe I'll end up being a Latrice Allen with Andre and Amari, and I won't even have to be on welfare anymore because I'll be kicked out because, that's a fantasy. All right. You'd have to do live. In order to get to that point, you have to be committed to doing live streams like all the time, and like, I don't know. I'm not going to eat myself to oblivion just to get freaking views in terms of what's your content. Well, I like to eat crabs. Watch me eat crabs. I'm just using that as an example. I kind of go with the flow, what happens in a day, because we never know, right? Could be the rain that makes your heart beat with the garage flooding. It could be a seizure that makes your heart beat. It could be anything. It could be your landlord gutting your yard, stealing everything from you, and then making you pay for it. Putting you in the hole. Yeah, bankrupting you before they kick you out. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it could be anything in my life. All right. Okay, so let's do this together. Okay, I don't think I'm doing anything wrong here by walking you through what I'm doing, because honestly, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so I think I have to activate what I'm able to activate. So earn from ads and YouTube Premium on your watch page. You can earn, so it says get started. Okay, so you can earn from ads on or around your videos and from YouTube Premium subscribers watching videos on the watch page. Honestly, I don't know what the watch page is, but okay, let's get started. What does this mean? Earn ads, okay, premium on, okay, I just turn it on. You can, okay, so turn it on. All right. Oh my God, what is all this? Do I have to read this and accept it? Oh, I have to read this, people. This watch page monetizes module. This module is made under and incorporated into the terms under which you participate in the YouTube Partner Program. The terms. Please read this module carefully. Capitalized words used but not defined in this module will have the meaning given to them in the terms. Applicability. This module applies only where your content is displayed within the following parts of the service. Oh boy. This could take a long time. Content watch page means a page within the YouTube Music or YouTube Kids website or app that is primarily dedicated to the description and playback of your content, but which may also show other recommended content or ads. For clarity, A content watch page includes 1. A page dedicated to your channel, and 2. Any feed of recommended content and ads shown on your page, primarily dedicated to your content, but does not include X any other type of content feed, e.g. the YouTube Shorts feed. See, that all just sounds mumble jumble to me because I'm not familiar with. I use camcorders. I make my video. I convert it over. I upload and yeah. Okay. So anyway, YouTube video player means one or more digital media players made available by YouTube without charge, solely for displaying embedded content on websites or applications that are not part of the service. That would be like on my website, right? I would think, right? How I embed videos onto my website. For clarity, this module does not apply where your content is made available through the service in the feed-based video player interface currently known as YouTube Shorts or any related embedded player. Advertising revenue. YouTube will pay you 55% of net revenues from ads displayed with ads displayed or streamed by YouTube or an authorized third party on your content watch page or in conjunction with the playback of your content within the YouTube video player. Subscription revenues. YouTube will pay you 55% of the net revenues from subscription fees that are attributed to the monthly views or watch time of your content on a content watch page or YouTube video player as a percentage of the monthly views or watch time of all or a subset of participating content in the relevant subscription offering. If your content is included in and reviewed, if your content is included in and viewed by a user in multiple subscription offerings, YouTube will pay you based on the subscription offering with the highest amount of net revenues. You represent that you are at least 18 years of age. You are the parent or guardian of a YouTube partner program participant aged between 13 and 18 and are agreeing to these terms on their behalf. Okay, so I read that and then we accept. Alright. Review your ad defaults. Well, I'm going to do it now because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just going to go monetize all. Okay, people, because I don't know what I'm doing. Alright. Your earnings from ads and YouTube Premium on the watch page. See my analytics. Ad categories. Blocked categories 2. Alcohol and gambling. Blocked URL 0. So who blocked them? I didn't block them. Why? What do you think? What do you think? How do you think that happened? Not that it bothers me, because it doesn't. I'm just saying, right? Okay. And then I guess we go to the next one. Shorts and feed ads. All right. And then I'm going to turn on everything that I'm able to turn on. And then Andre and I are going to go through it and try and figure it out. And then we'll do a live stream just for the fun of it with Amari. Okay? Just hanging in the living room, talking about whatever. Maybe we'll talk about a seizure or something. I don't know. You know how maybe we'll talk about how Andre feels about it when we go into that mode with Amari, right? So okay, so earn from ads and YouTube premiums in short feeds. Andre has to learn how to do shorts. Oh my God, here we go again. Oh, that's even longer. I don't want. Okay, I'm going to read this to myself, and then I'll get back to you. Hold on. Okay, as I'm going through this and I'm reading through their terms before I accept yada yada, it making me think about the foundation, like in terms of like how I broke up the foundation into sections with subsections when it came to distributing donations into various programs within the foundation as it was supposed to develop. It really does make me think of what I tried to do years ago and how they've developed their payment system through modules, which would be a section, and then they break it up into subsections, which, yeah. So anyway, I'm clicking on everything because I think you can unsubscribe to these modules if you want at a later date, but right now I'm just reading, accepting, and approving. Yeah. And then I guess Andre and I will have to figure it out. So here to start to choose perks for membership. I don't know. I read all this. Member-only videos. I don't know what that means. Well, that's where you get to see the video, right? Oh, Amari, what is going on? Now he's fussing. I just checked on him. Oh, he could be trying to poo. Oh my God, hold on. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm activating, trying to anyway. At least everything for now. I mean, obviously Andre's gonna have to figure out some stuff when it comes to emojis and I don't know. I would need to make little badges or something and then upload them, and I'm not too sure. Anyway, review our terms. So, I'm pretty sure you can change these things as you go. Oh, look at all these terms. Oh my God, that's a lot of freaking reading. Okay, I don't know what's happening now, but I'm starting to get videos from YouTube. Oh joy, and their antics. It says video cannot be monetized and is blocked in some territories. Video cannot be monetized. My channel wiped out. Number 5. So they're going now they're in 2012. So they're now going through my videos. Impact on video blocked in one territory. Okay, so because I guess it's blocked in one territory, they can't monetize it. Okay, so copyright content has been detected in your video. My channel wiped out. Number 9, X Speaks, February 23rd of 2012. Right. Number 51 in the list. As a result, your video can no longer be monetized and has been blocked in one territory. The copyright owner may be either monetizing it or receiving analytics about it in other territory. This is not a copyright strike and does not affect your channel. Okay. Well, we're just learning here, so I'm not sweating it. I'm not. I don't expect much to come out of this. So if anything does, it will be like with that doctor, when that doctor told me that Amari gained 8 pounds, and I'm like, no, you're lying to me. He goes, no, I'm not. I says, what do you mean he gained 8 pounds? He goes, yeah. And I'm like, are you sure? He goes, yeah. So that was really good news. So that's kind of like how I'm taking YouTube. It's a skinny binny, right? Everybody all freaked out, right? You know, I'm trying to fatten it up. And, you know, it's been a real hard and arduous journey to get anywhere with this situation with, you know. And then all of a sudden you find out that your grandson gained 8 pounds in a month. Like, holy crumb, like, you don't even know. Like, Andre's walking around beaming because, like I say, we put in a 2,000%. And we have been ever since we got him when Shmei died. And yeah, so that's kind of how I'm seeing this situation. I don't expect miracles, but then anything could happen. And if it benefits the 2 kids in the long run, especially after I'm gone, then yeah, everything that I've been gone through with YouTube and their quote-unquote antics would have been worth it. All right, so in the meantime, what you can do? Edit out the segment. No, I'm not going to do that. Submit. Okay, edit out the segment by trimming, muting, or replacing the copyrighted content. No, it's okay. Submit a dispute, because it's probably a beautiful song that I wouldn't want to edit out. So it's okay. I'm just happy that it's up. Submit a dispute to the content owner if you have the right to the content. Re-upload the video if you can remove the copyright. No, I'm not going to do that. You may also choose to leave the video as is if you're fine with the... I am fine with it. Okay, so let's go to the next one, because they're coming in multiples now. Here goes my heart. Right? Oh my God. Oh, lordy, lordy. And then what's this one? Number 48. Yeah, right. My channel wiped out. X Speaks, February 20th of 2012, number 48. Same thing. I'm thinking. You may also choose to leave, and that's what I'm going to do. So I would suspect more of these may or may not come in. So I don't know. I don't really know. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, I'm just doing. So now I've gone to... I'm still reading this. Almost done. Well, there was something I was going to say about this. Well, no, I was reading and then I checked my email and then my heart stopped. So hold on a minute. Okay, so honestly, again, I don't know what I'm doing here. Right? Maybe it's because I don't use cell phones and I'm not familiar with this kind of stuff. So, I don't know. It says recommended based on your channel. 2 levels. I don't know what 1 level is. So 2 levels. So that's basically, I'm just gonna, yeah, okay, whatever. Because I think once you, oh my God. Oh, hold on a minute. Okay, so, I don't know. I did the membership section. It says that they'll get back to me by email within 24 hours or so if it's approved, so that, you know, people can become members. Oh my God, there's another email. I'm afraid to look at it. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. I have no ink. Your perks are in review. Okay, and again, I don't know anything about this kind of stuff. So I think at some point we're going to have to make some kind of, I don't know, a little GIF or something, like a little picture, right? As a, I don't know. Andre's going to have to help me figure it out. YouTube reviews all perks for compliance with YouTube channel membership policies, terms of service, and okay. This usually, okay, I tried to keep it as generic as I could in terms of let YouTube and their server decide kind of for me maybe what I was supposed to do, right? I know you can change things in terms of, I guess, the perks, but you can't change the price. So I just left the price that was posted there. It just kind of like the middle line, right? Not expecting much of anything outside of. It's a learning exercise at this point. Okay. Now what? Prepare to share the good news. Your audience will want to know more about memberships and what you're offering. Create posts to welcome members. Use members-only posts to give your fans a warm welcome. Wow. What's super? What are supers? Oh, I can click on that too. So what is this? You're eligible for super thanks. Your super chat and super sticker activity. No super chat yet. We aren't able to show super chat transactions at this time. Okay. Turn it on to add a new revenue stream to your channel. Okay. How do you turn it on? Review your user agreement. Another user agreement. Oh boy. Oh my lord. Some of this stuff, it just has to be through trial and error. Literally. Because even though I'm reading, honestly, I'm not fully understanding exactly everything that I'm reading. Like, I've already read this on regards to refunds. If something happens or something, YouTube takes care of all of that. Just whatever, right? With their super duper AI computers. Yeah, I don't know. Hold on. Okay, so I'm gonna let Andre read some of this stuff so he can start familiarizing himself. In terms for this super stuff here, you're eligible for super thanks. Turn it on to add a new revenue stream to, I don't know how to turn it on. It says no super chats yet. Okay, so I don't, and this is what I've already agreed to, I think, because I've read it and I've seen that I had already read a whole bunch of that stuff, so, I don't know, people, like, I just don't know. Okay, so now let's see where we're at with things, because I noticed that things are starting to change in there. I don't know what it means. I don't know. I suppose don't be afraid to try new things. Alright, because you know I'm all paranoid with this. Let's see if there's any comments. No, I'm going to content. So, now, again, I don't understand what I'm looking at. So, okay, now, this is my last video, maybe monetizing this channel. It says limited. I don't know why. Restriction. Ad suitability. I don't know what I'm reading. Restriction. It says none. It says on. It says limited. So can I see what's going on here? Or on. It says on. I don't know what that means. It says off. Limited. Add suitability. Okay, here it goes. What does it say? Add suitability. Hold on a minute. Okay, so I don't know what I've done. I don't know why they would limit this one here. I mean, I don't know what they would base it on, right? And then they limited this one down here. Most of them are all on, but I don't know what that means in terms of, like, I don't know. I don't know what I've done to my videos. Okay? See, bullies. Why are we not surprised? This one, bullies, YouTube, where am I? Right here. Bullies, YouTube antics, hiding comments. They don't like that one, so they limited this one, right? So I don't know. It remains fully playable and is eligible to earn subscription revenue from YouTube Premium. Whatever that means. So all these other ones seem to be fine. So let's just go here and see what happens. Like, do they just randomly... Oh my god, see? There you go. There you go. I've gone all these years without... I'm going to end this video, okay? Because we're going to figure out what the hell I just did. Oh my lord. Prior to seeing this video on my... This advertisement, quote unquote, on my video, back in the day when they changed their policies on YouTube and they decided to start slapping on videos on people's videos who weren't monetized just because they could, I was choked. And every now and then in my further back videos, I would come across a video where all of a sudden an ad would pop up, but I didn't put it there. That was YouTube that did that. Well, it looks like they put an ad on my video. Which is the downside of it, because there were no ads on my videos. So right? It was just nice to not have to worry about ads. And now I'm getting ads. So I'm not too sure how I feel about that. I just don't know. But I gotta look at the bigger picture, right? I can't think about what I want. I gotta think about what is possible for the kids in the great grand scheme of things. Right? After it's all said and done and I'm gone. Yeah. Oh boy, I'm letting these ads go through without listening so that we don't get copyrighted on this video because of an ad and some music in the background, right? I'm just so far we're on to 3 ads. Oh, so they're running them. And if they're, and I got, like, I'm telling you people, I got almost 3,000 videos. That's crazy. That's crazy. Right now, my view counts are really low right now because, you know, I'm being shadow banned on YouTube, eh? And uploading videos by camcorder doesn't really plug into the algorithm. You have to be doing the shorts and the live streams. Yeah, I think so. Oh, look at this. Are we going into 4 now? Oh my god. Okay, now, okay. So now we're back to me. Alright.
Like turkey legs.
Two of them, little ones. Look how tiny they are.
Okay, so now that this is happening, I guess I'm going to have to use the word boo-boo more and try and retrain myself to be a little more, I don't know, what, ad-friendly when it comes to being verbal. Well, I guess it really depends on what's going on in my life, because I tell you right now, I ain't going to start faking the funk just because. It's going to be what it is, right? I'm rolling with it. I'm just keep looking at my email up here to see if I get another email coming in from YouTube, because, you know, that's just another one of those situations for me after all these years. Like, holy crumb, what did I open up? What kind of, you know, Pandora box, can of worms, whatever. What did I just start here? But other than that, so I'm curious to let this video run and see if an ad pops up through it. Yeah, I am. So I don't know where I'm at with things. I don't know. I have to just let it iron itself out. Let YouTube, let Andre read. And I think I have to make some little GIFs for to upload, so through perks, if they allow that membership thing to go through, you know, people get something out of it in terms of those little, I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to go on, I'm going to go 50 more, and just out of curiosity, I think the majority of my videos will probably be, yeah, on. One here, this one's limited, housing corruption. It's a war. They don't particularly like that one. The rest of them are all on. Yeah. We'll just go in terms of being monetized, right? Here's another one that's not, it's limited. She left us with sloppy seconds. I guess they don't like that one. All right. The rest of them are all on. So far. Here's another one that's, the girl is sick. They didn't like that one. But here's another one they don't like. Covering up illegal organ harvesting. Obviously not, right? Because that's too serious. And here's another one. Reggae on the fly. They got it as ineligible because of copyright. Judy Chorney was live sharing. I don't know what that means. Of copyright. I don't know what sharing means. They have it as sharing. Ad revenue for this video is being shared with other copyright owners. So if people click on that and they listen to it, I get, I suppose, a little portion of whatever it is that the rest of the portions are being shared out to when it comes to copyright. And that's what makes me think of the foundation and how I wrote the foundation in terms of a section within subsections to, yeah, an accountant was involved with this. Yeah, you got some serious accounting going on in this stuff. Okay, Acorn meeting, don't call me mom, limited, but the majority of them are not. So that's not so bad, I would think. All right. Oh, kind of tired. And then back up to the top. Here's a couple more limited. I'll come in as a political refugee. I didn't like that one. age restricted, ineligible. So I guess here's the Punjabi community. They age restricted it, but they made it in this video can't be monetized. Yeah, well, that's because it was like hardcore freaking emotions on that one. Right? You can't get any more real than that video, seriously. Working on the eviction survey, they, for whatever reason, I don't know, I mean, like, that was a pretty passive video from my understanding, if I remember correctly. They got it limited, ad suitability. Here's a few more. And then we've got, he says, do this and this. That's when the city worker came to my house and told me to get rid of everything. I'm stealing my own wood. They didn't like that one. They limited that one as well. So, I don't know. Day 26, trying to injure my son. They didn't like that one. City of Surrey. Another one, why get 2250 when you can get, right? They limited that one. Oh, they limited all these ones with the City of Surrey. Housing corruption, they limited. So they don't like you talking about this stuff, that's for sure. They don't find that to be very friendly. Even though you've got how many people being pushed out into the streets because of housing corruption? Doesn't make sense. You see, that's what I don't like about this kind of stuff, you know, when it comes to whatever censorship, because they're just trying to control the narrative and not empower people to protect themselves, right? And then, yeah, one, so they got a few of them there. Yeah, they didn't like that. They don't like the City of Surrey one with the what was going on outside. Next generation of being targeted, they don't like that. Talking about being targeted, clearly it's ad limited, right? City of Surrey, day 14, those are all limited. Here's more, day 8, limited. Day 8, limited. Day 7, limited. Isn't that interesting? Day 2, limited, right? No, it's okay for them to come into your yard and just tell you to get rid of everything, and you don't have a voice in that, okay? Right? People can just come and take your stuff and walk away with it and make you pay for it after they've done taking it. Okay. And yeah, right. And then threaten you with something else because they're still not satisfied. Okay, so this is where I have a problem with this kind of stuff, because it's not fair. It's not fair. And like, clearly, I mean, I don't care about being monetized per se outside of, to me, it's just another form of censorship. Yeah. It just feels like another form of censorship. I don't know. Yeah, here's Fog Dome. They didn't like that one. An introduction to exposing. And what did I show you? A fake video that was being passed around on YouTube or wherever as if it was legitimate. Yeah, and I took it to exposure and I showed everybody exactly how fake it was. But for whatever reason, they didn't like it, right? Yeah. Fog, so some say, didn't like it. Yeah. Look at Shemai's teeth, right? Do exposure. Point out that she didn't have any. Blah, 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 blah. You're right. You're exposing truth. It becomes all of a sudden a problem. Limited. Yeah. Very selective about cement trucks. A war in Canada. Yeah, okay. And if not, I how many times have I opened up my door with these big-ass trucks outside, spewing their dust and everything else that they do out there, right? As a matter of fact, the beginning of this video shows the commotion that goes on right in my freaking front door. Like, it's, for all we know, maybe that's why Amari had the seizure, because of those freaking trucks all the time. You don't know, people. The house rumbles, it beep, 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 it's grinding, it's booming, you know? It's like, oh, it's so frustrating. Ad suitability limited. Psst, Latrice, what I fear most? Oh, why? What's so special about Latrice? it remains fully playable and is eligible to earn subscription revenue from YouTube Premium. So what does that mean? I have to put it on members only viewing, like Truth for Reality did with Shimei's video. You know, he put it up there, right? Did 2 videos, whatever, and then he turned around and he hit it. He hit it, and he wanted me to, I don't know, he was going to do a documentary, but he wanted me to sit in front of a camera and blah, 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 blah. I kind of did it, but he didn't like the way I did it, so he just dropped the ball on it. In the meantime, whatever he did with those 2 videos with Shimei, he put them in his members only, so you can't see them unless you become a member to him. Is that what YouTube is telling me to do, to take those videos and put them there and hide them? No, I'm not going to do that, people, just so I can quote-unquote make money off of them. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. That's not why I'm doing this. Homelessness and landlords, they didn't like that one. Yeah, because it's too real. Yeah, so many people stressed. Yeah, scratching the surface. Clearly they didn't like that one because it's too real, right? Another one, there's just a whole bunch of them in a row. A whole bunch. Grandkids, still no justice or peace. They didn't like that one. Easy for others to talk. Amari is happy. Why didn't they like that one? Right? Limited. Why? What's the matter with that one? This video may earn limited or no ad revenue. Why? Because why? Whole bunch of them. They got a whole row, a big long list there. Because I'm too serious, that's why. Sometimes it's just better to get the message out and just cut your losses with stuff, right? That's what when you're a community activist. Because they got like way too many in here that are limited, in my opinion. This is how they create homelessness, right? Not friendly, not ad friendly, because they'd rather slap an ad on something with somebody walking by, a homeless person maybe, huh? Well, the homeless person is sitting on the ground, but the person that they're featuring on the video is ad friendly. But as soon as you talk about it, this one will be limited. This video will be limited because I'm talking about it. I'm pointing out the hypocrisy right from the very get freaking go. Yeah. To my son, right decision. Okay. Yeah. Stuck in the past. Albert Einstein. We're both butthurt. It's like whatever. One day none of this will matter to me. Absolutely none of it. No. So, ad suitability plus one more. Oh, well, what's that supposed to mean? Copyright protected content found. You are sharing ad revenue with other copyright owners, but it's limited. Let's play hardball, Mama Lynn style. Okay. So that had to do with Lady Jane and what was going on with Mama Peter and all that stuff, right? Which, I don't know. I don't have no money to send to Africa at this point. I'm barely hanging on with anything that's going on in my life. It's all too emotional, ad limited. So it says on. If I turn it off, what does that mean? I turn off the ads? I was going to leave everything on because I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. No. Anyway,
Well, beggars can't be choosy. I got a lot of ads that are limited. I mean, a lot of videos that are limited. Alex Jones throws pebbles. They didn't like that one either. I mean, like, what do you gotta be, a goody two-shoes? That's what I mean. They mold you. They don't want you to be you. They want you to be something that, like a puppet on a string, where they can control the narrative so that they can profiteer before you. That's why you're the pinion and they're the master, and you become the bitch ultimately, because this is what this is feeling like for me at this point, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's kind of how it's starting to feel like, because it's like, it's just back to back to back to back, and here I can see this just as I'm just gonna let it slide, right? Because you know, it is what it is. I don't know if I like the idea of these ads on my videos, but what can I do at this point other than give it a chance, see what happens, think about the kids. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking about them in the future. I'm not thinking about where I'm going to be, because I know where I'm going to be. Yeah. You know, it's not like I'm 35 years old anymore. So I'm going to run this, maybe monetizing this channel, just to see how many ads they put in the middle of the video. So far I counted, 3 or 4 ads right from the get-go, which, you know, right there, it just, whatever.